Welcome to my June vlog along, and I will be answering question number 1 today. Question number 1, 10 things others might not know about you. So number 1, I had a thyroidectomy in 2012 because of growths on my thyroid, and I had growths on my thyroid because of I had Hashimoto's disease, and Hashimoto's disease is an autoimmune disease which attacks your thyroid and caused me to have all these growths. So currently I have 0 thyroids and I have 1 parathyroid. You have 4 parathyroids. I no longer have 3 of them and I only have 1. So yeah, that's number 1. Number 2, as a child I modeled. My mother enrolled me in modeling and acting classes to overcome shyness. I was a really shy child. I'm pretty shy now, but I do draw on a lot of my techniques that I used when I was modeling and acting, you know, when I was younger, to overcome a lot of things and kind of push myself out there. Yeah, so that was number 2. So number 3. In grade 9, I finished grade 10 advanced math and English, and it was because of this that I learned that I thrive better in an environment where I do self-paced learning. So it's not a conventional classroom where you sit in a classroom all the time. You actually get modules and you basically teach yourself. You can go ask your teacher for help and get feedback one-on-one, you know, occasionally if you need help. But, you know, you basically teach yourself through modules and then you do the test and then you pass them, right? So that was number 3. Number 4. So for my learner's exam, when I was getting my learner's permit, I wrote it 12 times, failed 12 times. On the 13th time, I was so upset on the 12th time that I was like, I'm never gonna pass. I'm so I know it. I just get so nervous. The instructor felt so bad for me. He said, okay, how many times have you wrote this? I said 12 times. He said, okay, I will give you the same test. Here's the ones you got wrong, because I literally was like 1 off. So the instructor said, okay, here's the ones you got wrong. Go away for at least an hour. Come back. I will give you the same test. So I went away. I came back. I wrote the test. Only got 2 wrong this time, and I passed. And so yeah. So it took me 13 tries to pass my learners, and really I only did it with the help of the person there. I always laugh because my brothers make fun of me because basically I cried. But no, it really was. I knew what I was doing. I knew all the answers. I just when I was taking a test, it was just too much. It just, I would freak out and I would lose it every time. So that was number 4. I wrote them all down because I'm trying not to make this long. Okay, number 5. I produced a documentary on the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada and residential schools, and so far that documentary has screened in film festivals around the world, from as far as Australia to Canada and the US. So that is number 5. The documentary is called Journey Towards Reconciliation, and by the end of this year, we'll be posting it online for free for people to watch and to view. Number 6. Last year, I was nominated by a group of women who nominated me for an award called Woman of Inspiration, and I was specifically nominated in the category of Cultural Ambassador, and I won. So this award is done annually, and I think that last year was the 2nd year, so this year is going to be the 3rd year, and it's put on by a group of women called the Canadian Business Chicks. And so yeah, I was nominated and I won. So Number 7. After graduating high school, I took a diploma in hotel and restaurant management. I thought it would be something that I would want to do, and I learned a lot about franchises, and yeah, I just realized after, like, how hard it is to work in the hotel and restaurant industry, and basically how you have to sometimes work your way up. And I did have opportunities to work at places, but it was very, I just decided it wasn't for me. It's not really what I wanted to do. So brings me to number 8. So then, number 8 is, then I switched to web and graphic design, and I took digital and interactive media, where I specialized in 3D modeling. And it was through that course, digital interactive media, that I learned a lot of my filmmaking skills and my editing and things like that, because that was part of it. We did pitches and how to write a script, how to storyboard, how to film, how to edit, and also how to do animation and things like that. So I haven't done it in a while, so I've been using my vlogs to practice. So if you notice how, if you've watched my vlogs, it looks like I'm getting better. It's because my brain's kicking in and I'm remembering some of these things, and I'm like, okay, I know what to do. Okay. And also the software changes. This was in 2005-ish when I took this, and it's like 10 years later. So the software has definitely changed since then. So it's relearning this stuff, and also the new things and all the new bells and whistles that they have. Number 9. I love genealogy. I love family trees. I love learning about history. I love learning about my own history. I even had my DNA tested with 23andMe, and I do plan on doing a video on this one day, just to show you my DNA results, because I think they're pretty interesting. And to learn more, I also sent my father's DNA away as well. So I will do a video showing you all of our stuff, and it'll be really cool because, yeah, I sent my brother's away through a different company a long time ago, but it was older then and you didn't get a lot of information. And yeah, so now I sent it through 23andMe, and you get tons of information, and I think it's really cool. Number 10. I am a very spiritual person. I grew up, I am also First Nations. I guess in America you call it Native American, and we are Indigenous from Quechua First Nation. I'm a member of Quechua First Nation in Hudson Bay, James Bay in Canada. And so I grew up with very Native beliefs and cultural teachings and things like that, which I still draw on from this day. When I was 19, I ended up getting started learning about witchcraft and being a witch. And so at 19, I was practicing witch for a long time. And now I think I'm more, because I like to incorporate both of those spiritual teachings or things that I've learned, because they're actually very similar, very, very similar. They're both very paganistic, and so I would consider myself more of a pagan now than a witch, but I still follow some of the same things and do the same things as well. And so because I do that, I am a member of the, I know the acronym, so it's spelling out the acronym that takes me a while. It's the it's a CWAA, but I am a member of the Congressionalist Wiccan Assembly of Alberta. So I do like to attend the CWAA circles at least once a month, and if I can't attend those, then I at least, on a daily basis, I try to smudge, I try to do something that I'm doing something that's, spiritually, I guess, fulfilling, and yeah, just reminds me of why I do the things I do. And because I'm a very spiritual person, I always like to give thanks back to the Creator, back to, knowing that everything has a balance and making sure that I'm keeping that balance. So, yeah, that was my 10 things about me. If you would like to share anything interesting about yourself, please feel free to put it in the comments below. And don't forget to like this page, and also don't forget to subscribe. and my next video will be tomorrow. Bye.